Welcome, everyone. Happy gardening, happy gardening. This is 2024 spring garden season approaching. What's going on? Have you planted anything as yet? Have you set any seed as yet? What are you doing? If you're thinking about getting out in the garden, don't think. Get out there. You don't want to be late. You want to be great. All right? So, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Remember, guys, if you have a short growing season, you should be out there getting some. If the weather is too cold for the plant, you should be out there getting the containers together, getting your raised bed together. All that should be in place already, waiting for that day when you're ready to transplant. All right, the soil must always be ready for the plant, not the plant ready and waiting for the soil. It got to be the other way around. The soil is ready and waiting for the plants. All right. So I hope you get that going already. And I hope you're just waiting. I know some people is still waiting on that frost. I know some people already out there putting food in the ground. I mean, just do what you got to do. And remember, guys, if you start getting that sun from time to time, start bringing your seedling out. Don't try to harden them off, because if you harden them off, it's gonna be better. Because if you just bring them out and put them in the sun, they could get scorch up their leaf and all that kind of stuff, and that could be taking the plant backward instead of forward. So remember these things, guys. You have a short growing season. Do not procrastinate at all. No time to procrastinate. Let's get that food in the ground. Let's get them container together. All right. Always remember to plant in the right size container. You do not want to plant in small containers and it creates lack of production. It's important for you to use the right size container for production, great production. All right, so this is spring garden season. I give you guys so much ideas of how to get compost. I hope you guys paying attention, because this is the season. This is the time when you need compost for your garden, to put around your plant, to put inside your containers. So check out my channel, guys. You will find a lot of videos how to prepare your containers, where to find soil, real natural soil for your garden. One thing we got to always remember, I say this many times, but what we got to always remember, we always got to remember the big, massive trees around us. You never see no one giving them water or fertilizer or anything. You never see that. They feed themselves. You know, when I look at nature, I realize everything is in order. Even the birds have their order. Like for instance, we have our principle of living. There's natural principle of living and survival. Natural principle of living that nature teaches us how to survive. Just like the birds, nature teach the birds. Hey Dennis Harris, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, Nature teaches the birds their how to survive. If you notice, even with the birds, there's battling, there's orders, even with the birds, even with the lion, the tiger, there's orders. But that's the orders that nature create. All right. So we have orders, man. And when you talk about growing food, we have orders with growing food as well. So we can, we have the opportunity to choose how to grow our food. We decide what we put around them and we decide what we're not going to put around them. We have the ability, but sometimes we actually showing people how you can get. I know it's not easy for everyone, but there's a lot of people who have access to natural resources for their garden and they don't use it. Some people don't have it, so I understand. But there's people who have natural resources around their yard, around their home, around, and they would not use it. They prefer go and buy something different that they don't know about. Like for instance, I see people have fruit trees. I see people have fruit trees in their yard and they would not eat them. The fruit will fall on the ground rotten and they will not eat them. But guess what? They go jump in their vehicle and they will go and they will buy the same fruits. I just can't understand that. I just can't understand that. But when you look a little deeper, it's the way a person grow up sometimes. Sometimes the way you grow up and the way you've been, so the way how you've been taught, things how things was taught to you, make you just accept instead of look a little deeper and say, well, no, I have these same fruits growing here. Why would I go and buy fruits, apples, when I'm actually growing apples in my yard? I'm growing pears in my yard. I'm growing lemon in my yard. But I allow them to drop to the ground, spoil, and then I go to the supermarket and I buy. I don't understand it, but at the same time, I kind of, when I look a little deeper, I have a little understanding why. Because if you grow up only knowing that, well, everything you need is by the supermarket, you need some apple, you could go by the supermarket. You need some pear, you could go by, everything, peppers, you know where to go. Okay, let me see. I use as much natural ingredients as I can, but I also use store-bought ingredients as well. Well, there is always, the thing is, you got to do what you can. You see, you can't do more than you can, but what you're doing is wonderful. At the same time, you still trying. You still trying to use natural resources. So if you need something from the store, nothing wrong with that. You do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But don't forget, don't give up on the natural resources you have around you. So what you're doing great. At least you're using the resources you have around you. So that's awesome. That's awesome right there. Yes. So, yeah, so guys, listen me. Nothing wrong if you got to go to the store.